My screen is visible to you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So to create a users, so you have to, this is into the application navigator, you have to look for the users, search for users. Okay. So into, again, go to the system security. Okay. Into the system security, you will have a users option. Okay. So click on a users.
Okay, Bhagishri, what we are learning right now, that is how to create users, right?
Right. So what you are doing is like go and search into the application navigator filter users. Okay. Into the system security application, you will have a menu for users. Okay. Clear this part? Okay. So now if you want to check what is the backend name of the user table, so it's the same thing again. I told you into the URL, you can check for that. So it's like a sys_user. This is the
Okay.
backend name. Fine. Next is like you can create a new user. So how to create a new user? So again, it's the same thing like you are creating a table records into the incident
Right, right.
table. So you can click on a new button and create a user record.
Okay.
Okay, so here you can pass the user ID, then default password you can set. Okay, and if you want to ask user to reset the password, you can go and reset this password. Okay, then if you can fill the details, all the details according to your requirements. If fields are mandatory, so you can make.
So, Bhagishri, I have a doubt. We have to set up the password for individual user?
It's up to you. Okay, so this is the default password. Okay, so it's like if you want to, if you are setting the default password, so
Okay.
here auto generate password is not there. Okay, so it's like you have to set a default password here, and you want
Manually,
to
right?
ask them, yes, and if you want to ask them to reset, you can click on this. Okay, so
Okay,
I will
fine.
show you how this works. Okay, so now again, next is like according to your requirement, if you are making some fields mandatory on the basis of the client's requirement, so you can make the fields mandatory and you can fill the details over here. Okay, and active is nothing but the
Okay.
user is active right now. He is not inactive. Okay, so if user is not active, it's like this checkbox is not yet checked. So in that case, this it will be a user is inactive. Okay, so if you are checking for any roles or anything, so this user is inactive, so it will be not showing with any other records. Okay.
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 And uh, and could you please help us how to make a mandatory field? Like last name we have to make mandatory field. How could we make?
uh, how to make the mandatory field, that part I
Hmm.
told you. On a form design, how to make it mandatory, one part we covered.
Mandatory field. Pranjal, do you have any idea how to make?
Yes, I have that.
This
Yes.
mandatory,
Okay.
can you tell me here like how to make this mandatory?
Yes, Bhagishri, go to that three option. One second.
Design layout will be available on the three columns,
Mm-hmm.
which is available on the left, and then we have to go to configure, and then we have to go to design layout. Correct?
Okay,
No, no.
here
Mandatory
configure
field is not there.
and design layout, form layout, or
Yes.
this
From
second in
from
between.
from design,
Okay,
and we will get the options. Lot of how to create another row, another section. This is for the section, correct?
okay.
And I do not have any idea. So how to make it? Where to mandatory field? Yes, we can create here from
So see,
the
these are the fields. Okay,
correct.
so when you
Mm-hmm.
click on a setting icon, so here is options to make a field
Okay,
mandatory.
okay, got it,
Okay,
got it,
fine.
got
There
it.
are some different
Now
ways also. So when we come on that part, I will let you know what are the different ways. But right now, this is the way
mandatory
you
on.
can remember. Okay.
Yes, got it, got it.
Are you
This
guys
thing.
referring the link which I told you, like on a developer site, you have a learning paths available? Are you guys are referring that? Because if you're referring that thing, so you should aware of this. So start
Yes.
working on that also. Fine.
So
Okay.
I am referring Bhagishri that page docs.servicenow.com, right? Like
Community
Okay,
dot
fine.
service now.
right.
Yeah,
Community
you
dot
can
service.
use community or you can use the ServiceNow docs. You can use anything. Okay.
Right,
And
right.
So docs,
Right.
yes.
we have a one more concern.
So
For example, we could search anything, any question on the community.doc. The things are not so many clear that from where we have to do the. For
Hmm.
example, Pranjal had an issue related to incident list, which was not showing. Correct? we search on the Google a lot and we search on the things
Bhageshri, he is talking about the that extensible that is not checked
extensible
in
Okay.
the
table.
right.
Okay. So that answers you will get on a community. It is available on community. So you can directly Google it out and you will get a community link. And
And
in
we
that
can
link, it will be answers are available. If you are not able to see that particular site properly, so what you can do is like you can create your account, sign up over there. Okay. So it will be properly visible to you guys.
Bhagishri, the thing is,
we can make the field mandatory from configure dictionary as well, right?
Yeah.
I
You
know,
can make that.
Pranjal, I will clear this thing. Yes, today itself, when I called you up, I told you, na, Pranjal, I have learned one more thing at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I was discussing about this thing. I will let you know.
Okay. Fine. So shall we move ahead?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, fine. So I will create a user here. So I will create a user for Multisoft. So here I'm passing the password like 1234566. Okay, and I will set it reset here. Okay, and first name I just need to pass. Okay, so now I will save this user. Okay, so my user is get created. Okay, so
Okay.
when a user is get created, you will able to see the related list over here, and into the related list, you are able to see the roles assigned to that user, groups,
Mm-hmm.
in which group it is that user is get added. Okay, delegates means it's like on behalf of, suppose this user is not present right now. Okay, so let's take an example of ourselves. If you are working with one of the organizations and if you are on a leave, so in your team someone is taking your responsibilities, like you are giving some work to others, right? So for just like if you are on a 2 days, for 2 days someone is going to handle your task. Okay, so this is what on behalf of your someone is working. Okay, so this is again a delegates over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when I click on a delegate, it's like you can create a delegate for that particular user. So click on a new, and here you can pass the user. Okay, so you can choose from here. This is again referring to the user table, and you can choose the user to whom you just want to make a delegate for you, and you can set the start date and end date over here. And here again, what is the access you want to give, what permissions you want to give to that particular user. Okay, permissions will be like approvals is like for anything, if you are providing the approvals, with the same thing, delegates user can also provide the approvals, so you can choose the approval. Then the assignments, so some of the assignments you are giving, assignments are there, so you can choose that. Notifications, okay, whatever the notifications you are getting, you just want to send it to the delegate user, so you can choose that also. And meeting invitations. Okay, so it is again according to the requirement, you can choose this. Okay,
Got
clear?
it.
The delegate.
Yes, I have a doubt. For example, for the delegate role, we have admin has to create a new user under the delegate, or the user itself could create a delegate.
No, when you have an admin role, in that case you can create that.
Okay, okay.
Then skills, you can add the skills related to that particular user. And subscription is nothing but you are aware of the subscriptions. You are subscribing to some of the articles, okay, or any site. So if you are you have the subscriptions related to that particular user, so it will show over here. Okay. So this
Okay.
is what the user we created, Multisoft user we created. Okay. So user ID is Multisoft. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what can I do is like I can log in by using this user. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I will log out from here. Okay, so
Multisoft
now it's Multisoft and password is like one two
126.
three four five six. Okay, so see, I
So
choose
basically,
the
Bhageshri
checkbox.
delegate. So basically, Bhageshri delegates is the user is working on your behalf, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, the Pranjal, the
Yeah.
thing is, recently we have created a new user and we are logging into users service now. For example, we have a domain of service Under
Delegates
Armour.
is different. You
Yes,
know.
yes, delegate. But we are
Delegate
entering
thing
into
is
a
different.
Multisoft user, correct?
Yeah, right now we are entering into the Multisoft users, but previously we just discussed the delegate user. What do you mean by delegate user? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So here I choose to reset a password. So that's why it's asking me very first time when I try to log in to reset my password. Okay. So here I can close this. So I can change my password, like it's a new password I'm setting, and I will submit this. Okay, so it's having at least one lower, at least one upper, and this is okay, fine. Okay, so here it logged in as a Multisoft. So if you observe over here, user menu, into the user menu, you are able to see the username is Multisoft right now. It's not a admin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so according to this user is not having right now any role. Okay, so you are not able to see the all the applications which are available. Okay, so if I
Okay.
search here users, okay, so I'm not able to
Fine.
get that particular application. Okay,